Good morning. How's this for a look? Huh? Come on. You know you want to be like that, right? All right, good morning. I have a lot of things I'm going to be doing today. I just wanted to start vlogging. It's just so weird what I can do. Anyway, you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you my studio that I put together. And what a mess it is in here now that I've done this room. It looks like Tavin's up. Morning.
Hello.
Morning, sweetie.
Minecraft. Favorite game.
Okay, so I said good morning. Okay, so yep, this is just real. This is real. We're just getting real. Okay? Right now, this is kind of like my studio area for open a book because I have all my books behind me and I like the chair, and then I have my little table here where I put my books. I've done some tutorials that I'm working on. That's a step-by-step makeup guide for beginners, and just very, very simple and easy to follow. And I'm doing it actually for my best friend's daughter, who is just starting to wear makeup, and I'm so proud of her. Her mom really isn't a makeup person, so I really thought of her when I was doing this. But it took me 4 hours to film, so that I could do little sections that are about 10-15 minutes each. Seriously, took me 4 hours to film, and it is taking me 3 days to edit. This is the set that I am kind of working at for that. I'm going to be filming how I used to put on my makeup before I started doing makeup. So let me show you what it looks like from the other side. Okay, you ready? I have to turn you off and switch. So this is what my world looks like on the other side of the camera. What you guys don't see. You see that nice blue. This is the mirror that I'm working with right now because I don't have a makeup mirror. And then here is the other side of my Open a Book series. This room was really, really set up nice. And then I had to move everything to make this nice little setup here. This is what it became afterwards. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, I need my drink. Then I gotta make sure that Tavin is doing his homeschool stuff. And right now I just need to go sit down and drink. Well, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Do you want to go outside? I'm gonna get me a drink. I hope I have a drink. I did do the dishes so that one of my cups was cleaned. Seriously, because I have to have this cup for my drinks, or I have to have, this is my favorite cup by far. Tavin is trying to tell me that
Daddy got an overload of things.
I told him to get some groceries, so maybe I don't have to go grocery shopping today. Oh my god.
Let's make your own pizza.
Why is it in there? It's supposed to be in the refrigerator. This is my favorite cup.
Oh.
This is my favorite cup. Okay, gotta get my drink. Oh my god. Why is there a big plate of milk on the floor? Is that good, Sassy? That big plate of milk? Is that good, Sass? I have just started making them like this. Seriously, why bother with the small thing? I started out making just a glass a day. Then it turned into a pitcher, you know, small little pitcher where I put 3 packets in. Now I just fill it half gallon and put in about 7 packets. Yeah, don't mess around anymore. No, because this is the real test. It's like I can breathe. It's like, oh. Yep, now I'm ready for my day. Wow. I have to have cold. I don't know how you people do hot coffee in the morning because my mouth is like... Nobody in this house knows how to open blinds when they get up. Woo! Ooh, and this is what I get to see from our dining room. Our birds. Love them so. Oh my gosh, there's new birds in there. I can't figure out what they are. I was trying to figure out what this new bird is. Let's see if we can see him. Oh, I think he is a part of a sparrow. He's really cool. He's got the white and black striped head, but he's got a sparrow's body. I have to find him. I have to find out what those are. So I'm going to be looking that up today. What are you watching today?
Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke. You're on a Dick Van Dyke kick now? Yeah. Ooh, that's fun. So Tavin's on a Dick Van Dyke kick, which is cool because I love Dick Van Dyke. Okay, so this is my spot in the morning right here. We had to sell our furniture, so I'm sitting on this crappy furniture that I've had forever. It's pretty much broken, and it was in the garage. It was in our basement in our old house, where we had like a little rec room area. And oh god, hold on, we had a little rec room area. We had a beautiful house. This was at the landlord where he was a complete jerk and started retaliating against us for asking to have things fixed by getting a lawyer to retaliate against us. Tavin always messes with me in the morning. Okay, I'm taking my stress tabs. And I have to mix it with Beauty, because the Beauty is grapefruit. Oh, really gross. Ooh. Okay, knock it off. Seriously. Because the world is going to see what a horrible mother I am. In 3, 2, 1. Stop it! In the winter, Jared's job, the hours get cut. His bonus is cut, and his bonus is really, really good. He gets a monthly bonus, and starting last month in April, usually through September and October, his bonuses can be worth 2 or 3 paychecks. And he gets paid really well. So, but in the wintertime, his hours get cut, and so he's making about $100 less per week, and his bonuses are cut. They're not even worth 1 paycheck. So there, if you were to put it in comparison. So when we got this place, I explained to you why I got this place in a midnight rant. So be sure to watch that video, because that's a really interesting one where I haven't slept and I'm just ranting. But our landlord claimed that she was going to work with us when I told her that we couldn't afford the rent, that we were really struggling. The utility bills were super high here. This was our first winter here, so we weren't expecting the utilities to be crazy expensive the way they were. We didn't even pay it all winter long because we had to pay her rent. But we had to sell off everything. We had a beautiful sofa set that was absolutely gorgeous. It was gifted to us by a really dear friend of mine who just out of the kindness of her heart gave it to us, and it was gorgeous and very, very, very comfortable. So we put this set in the basement at our old place, and it just became a playground for the kids. They would climb and crawl all over it. You can see how dirty this thing is. And we cleaned this. So then when we moved here, we have a 2.5 car garage, and we decided we were going to make a man cave, boy cave in the garage. And when the weather started getting cold, all the kids would come over and play in the garage with their dirty feet, and they would climb all over it. And Tavin like made this into some like gymnastic thing. He would just run and fall into it, and then all the other kids started doing it. So seriously, this couch is really disgusting. But we had to sell all our furniture to pay rent. I had to sell family heirlooms to pay rent, and so we're sitting on crappy furniture just to give our landlord rent money. She was not willing to work with us even after she said, you know, what can you afford? What do you feel comfortable with? And once I told her, it was only like $150 less than what we're paying now. Once I suggested that to her, she said, there's no way I can do that. And she completely ignored the fact that she even offered to help us. So she said, start selling off your stuff. This is a Christian, by the way. She said, if you can't make rent, start selling off your stuff. She gave me a list of things that I could do. She went online and looked up, if you can't pay your rent, here's what you can do. And she sent me that article. And so I did. Because she was being such a jerk about it, seriously. I know landlords who have been, even our old landlord, who was the biggest jerk ever, knew. He said to us one time when we were a day late with rent, he said, we know things happen, so don't worry about it. We can't be a day late here because she has put us on an automatic withdrawal from our bank account. So rent comes directly out of our account. So if it's not there, we're screwed. We have no leeway. We have no, ability to work with her and say, we don't have the rent today. Can we pay you tomorrow? There's none of that. She is not one of those people who's going to work with you. So yeah, this is our crappy furniture. It's terrible. It's hard to sit on. It's hard on my neuropathy. The other couch was perfect for me. It had a beautiful chase lounge on it and room to kind of have a table and some space to put things on. You don't have that. And it had a beautiful ottoman, and I sold it. I had to sell it for rent.
Thanks, Sherry.
To sell a desk table just recently because we're still kind of struggling a little bit.
And now you are thinking of selling your mother's hope chest, which I'm not gonna let you do.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell a hope chest that is an antique Elaine cedar hope chest because I need the money bad so that we can pay rent here. I really can't afford to live here, so I'm just selling off antiques that have been in my family forever. I'm probably going to be selling tomorrow an antique magazine. I can't even talk about it because I'll start crying. I had to sell off probably a 300-year-old antique buffet table. Buffet. I mean, this thing was gorgeous, and it had all these drawers in it for your plate. I can't think, for your plates and silverware and all this stuff. It was beautiful. I had to sell that off to pay the rent. Yeah, so I've sold off pretty much a lot of my family heirlooms that have been in my family for generations and generations, just so this woman can get her rent because she doesn't want to work with us at all. I'm going to now sit back and listen to Dick Van Dyke, apparently, and watch Tavin play Minecraft when he should be doing homeschooling. When he should be doing school.
Hi.
Isn't that couch beautiful? And we cleaned it. We got a steam cleaner and spent an entire night trying to clean this.
Steam cleaner?
Steam cleaner. He makes fun of me when I mess up a word. And the most important thing in the world, my drink. I've got to do some more editing. Ugh. I hate editing, people. I hate it so much. I make so many mistakes that it's hard for me to chop through them and make sure that I say the right thing, because as Tavin has pointed out, sometimes I bumble my words. I've been a writer my whole life, so this is all new to me, but I used to do public speaking, but that was all scripted. Everything was scripted and memorized. And even then I would fumble some words. When I was on a boat tour, Tavin, plug your ears. When I was doing a boat tour, I was, do tour after tour after tour, and I had to, I had my script memorized. And at the end of the tour, I would say, "You folks have a great day." So this particular time, and this was when Jared was on board, he had just started working at the boat company that I was working for. And instead of saying, "You folks have a great day," I said, "You fucks have a great day." Yep. Okay. You can unplug.
Huh?
Can unplug. Then another time, this was really funny because, I worked very long days and I would be doing the same tour over and over again. And sometimes I would ad lib in between certain things, especially sometimes if we got caught, behind another boat, or we'd get stuck in the lock for a longer time than usual, or we had to sit outside of the lock and wait to get in the lock. You had to fill time. Well, you have a script, that you write yourself. It's your own script. So I wrote my own script, but I memorized it. It was the same one that I did all the time, and ad-libbing in between. But there were moments where you would get stuck in a certain spot for a while, and you'd have to fill that time. You could not just sit there and not talk. So I was sitting there and I was talking about what we were going to be seeing out on the lake, and I was talking about the lock and how they had just built a new station for the lock, and it was in the shape of a ship. And you might be able to figure out where I'm going with this. There were children on this tour, and I said that it was shaped like a shit. Yes. That was another one that Jared was on, and that was when Jared and I first started dating, and oh my gosh, I was so humiliated, but and I couldn't stop saying it. I said it again. I couldn't stop. And it was like, I can't. Okay, forget it. And I finally was like, okay, forget it. You'll just see it. You can see it. You can see what it's like. But the captain was cracking up. The boat. Thank God I had a really good tour, because they were all laughing hysterically. Now, when I said "you fucks have a good day," that was not funny, and I had to really recover it. I just kept going like I didn't say it. So yeah, sometimes that happens, especially when I'm doing my videos. I don't script my videos. I do everything off the top of my head. Seriously, I don't script anything. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. And so I have a lot of editing to do. So I am using Filmora. So this is the video that I'm working on right now for the makeup tutorial. So I'll show you a little bit. I'm going to give you a sneak peek in it right now. So I was like, I have that color in eyeshadow. I wonder if that'll work. It does. I'm going to take this salmon color, okay, and it might be put it under my eye. So I think this is one that I'm finished with. I think yep, watch this one. This is funny. Here we go. Right? Bam, someone punched me in the eye. Someone get me a steak. See, I try to do funny stuff like that on my videos. I am so grateful that you came to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to continue watching and don't forget to subscribe.